We want to take a minute and review the SRO program here at ETHS and why it's so important. One of the messages I think you're going to get as you listen to this program is the stereotype of what an SRO program might be in other schools is not what an SRO program is at ETHS.
We know that there's over-policing in schools. We know that there is a criminalization of adolescent behavior. We know that students and kids feel like they're constantly under surveillance. This is not happening at ETHS.
We want you to hear directly from our SROs so that you can understand how they build relationships and how they work with staff and specifically students to really make a very positive contribution to ETHS.
The SRO program, the heart of it is community policing. And that's the foundation to everything that we do. It's about community working with the police in partnership towards creating safer communities.
I think the biggest misunderstanding is that SROs are here to arrest people. Very last thing that we want to do. I mean, it's at the bottom of the list. We are here to build positive relationships with students and with the staff within the building.
They always have like a good vibe, you know, always want to talk with you. And if you ever need like any help, they will be there for you, you know? And I think that they play a big role, you know? And for me, I will feel more safe.
You can trust them to talk to them about anything, you know, without them judging you. Like, they should be a person that you just walk up to and just say, hey, I'm having this problem in school, like, can you help me with this, you know, and find you good resources to talk to where they're not judging you.
We work closely with the deans, we work with the social workers, we work with the psychologists. We all work together because we all have the same interest for the students. You know, we all want the best for the students.
They're here to show us that we're safe and nothing will happen to us, you know. And they're here to show positive vibe. Like Lois Spells, he teaches a class at public safety first thing in the morning. He's a cool guy, and I believe Officer Jenkins, she's also cool, pretty cool role model too.
I feel like having them is very important, and I feel very safe because you don't know what could possibly happen.
And when bad things do happen, we want people here who not only have the training, but are part of the culture of ETHS, who have relationships with our students and our staff, so that they can intervene in a predictable way that's going to make the situation safer and who's going to make the situation better.
Restorative justice is sort of a new concept in wording, but an old practice with indigenous people throughout the world prior to courts and police and law enforcement. How does community resolve conflict and harm upon one of their members? What
restorative practices do is they say, you've made a mistake, I'm going to honor that mistake. You're going to honor that mistake, but we're also going to embrace you after that, and we're going to move forward as a community to make it better so that you still feel part of the community while at the same time recognizing that we know that you did something wrong.
That is the fundamental purpose of school resource officers. It is not to police the student body. It is not to be a heavy hand. It is not to lead students, you know, through the schools to prison. That is not our purpose. Our purpose is to be just an additional tool on the educational tool belt, if you will, of better educating, better protecting, and building stronger citizens in our community.
The school cops are very resourceful. You should probably talk to them more, like when you see them in the hallways or anywhere, just say hello, because you don't know people until you actually start talking to them.
They're part of our culture, part of a positive culture and climate at ETHS. They attend games, activities, fine arts events. This is the tone that the leadership sets.